tyre here to fill up, $2.59 a litre here at Majura Pass. Look, I'm avoiding filling up a Euclid because I know that was $3 a litre, so probably the most expensive around this little section here, and then it gets a bit cheaper. I'd rather top it up and be safe with the fuel and try and avoid filling up at Euclid. Keeping in with my goal, this time I'm only doing about 2 or 3 hours driving a day. So my next little destination is 249 kilometres away, and it's right on the Bight of the Nullarbor. So I can't wait to check it out. It's kind of 2 places together. So you know, the beauty, I've still got a bit of time to get home, so the beauty of this is I can decide if I like this place, I can do a night here, maybe go to the next one. I've got another one planned as well. I can do 2 nights there. I know the road to go up now. Hopefully the road's not too bad. To the Old Air Highway to have a look at that homestead. So I've got a few things in plan to do. Maybe not all in this episode, but in today's episode I'm going to be travelling to the Great Australian Bight and finding a couple of campsites along the Bight to camp at, and to show you guys how wonderful these views are, and I can't wait to see them for myself. So let's get cracking, eh? Got it plugged into the Google, got my coffee going, and just filled up at what, $2.59 or something it was. Yeah, so try to avoid the Euclid one, because that's the one, Euclid or Nullarbor, one of those ones have extraordinary high price for diesel, but that's what you get when you're out here, out in the middle of nowhere. So they've got to ship it in, I suppose. But anyway, I'm going to get cracking. I think I just saw a Tesla flat battery parked on the side of the road. There was no one in it. Windows were down, so not sure what's going on there. A bit of nothing like a bit of Taylor Swift when you're out on these out on the Nullarbor. How glorious! How glorious is this? The ocean is just here. That gives you a hint where I'm going to be camping tonight. That this is all the stuff that I missed out making a beeline across the other way. And I'll tell you what, I'm going to make the most of it this time, and I think I've got the spot to camp, which I found on a wiki camps. So if it's as good as what it's looking at here, I'm going to be very impressed. Can't wait. Can you see the excitement? I can't wait. I can't wait. I'm a bit of an ocean lover. The only thing, I hope there's not going to be too much wind camping near the cliff edge. But anyway, it says I've got 42 k's to go to some epic place that I found on Wikicamp. So let's take a look. Just pulled up on the Nullarbor, and I don't know if you've ever been down on the Nullarbor, but it's probably not too many times that you come along the Nullarbor where there's no wind. I just wanted to show you some of these trees. They must have adapted themselves for the wind. So I found one here that's you know, blowing on, well, not blowing, but on one side. So we'll go and check it out. But as you walk along here, you're in the middle of nowhere, but you know what? People leave their rubbish everywhere. I've just seen a piece of toilet paper, an old coffee cup or milkshake cup, you know, the plastic stuff. It's a bit disappointing, really, isn't it? Anyway, let me show you this this tree. Look at the way it is. There's loads of them like this. So it's like over time the wind's been blowing it that way, but it's still there. It's still going. It's still got green leaves. Got a nice little ridge across over there, and well, they're not all doing it, but I've just picked one that is leaning on its side like that. And there's a few out there. You probably can't see it from this camera, but yeah, I just found that quite extraordinary. Driving along the Nullarbor, the air highway here, gone through obviously Majura Pass and heading east, and there's all these trees that look like this. Anyway, there you go. Well, here we are, guys. It's a bit, you know, like on my own, and found a track according to Wiki Camps. I've got a few different types of maps here, they're all leading down to this little area, which is pretty cool. Somebody's ringing me. Anyway, here we go. We're heading down to the Bight, and I'm looking forward to an absolute epic campsite. Can't wait. Look at this. Taking the Jayco Crosstrak down here as well. Traveling solo. Wowzers. Oh my goodness, can you believe it? The cliff drop is just there, but I'm going to save that for you in a minute. I'm just going to take a bit of a look. This is the road kind of in, so I just didn't know if I wanted to camp right where the road comes in. So I'm just going to have a bit of a recce, I suppose, and have a look. The wind's quieting down a bit, so maybe there is a chance to put the drone up. I can't believe this, eh? It's parked there. There's parking, right? Pretend I'm going to put. Oh my goodness. This has to be the pick of them. This is what I wanted to do on my whole trip. Now, I'm usually not too bad with heights, but this is about my limit. Would you check that out, guys? Holy dooly. Look at that. I'm just going to extend my GoPro here to give you a bit of an idea, safety-wise. Just going to extend the GoPro. Look at that, eh? Wowzers, Charlie's trousers, eh? Look at that. This is the Great Australian Bight, folks, and I'm right on the edge of it. I've given myself a little bit of room in parking up here, and I'm facing this way because, not that I plan on getting drunk or anything, but if you get a bit disorientated and you come out in the night, you don't want to be going in the wrong direction. So anyway, I had a chat to these guys up here. They reckon there won't be anyone really coming down this track. So there I am parked up. Now, little hint for you guys, look at this. So my caravan wasn't level, and I did not want to disconnect this time. I want the full force of all my brakes. I don't want to be going backwards, of course. So I've used these little levelers, and I've brought up the front of the Prado, and it has worked, and it's obviously dropped that down. Now I had a bit of a challenge here because, you know, there's a bit of a hump here and there's one here. Now I just want to show you something else. So this is a absolute beautiful spot. There's no signs on the road in that says no entry, right? So this is like pristine camping. I mean, this is, we're not paying for anything here. We're just enjoying the beauty of Australia, and in this case the Great Australian Bight. I'm in South Australia, but let me draw your attention to this, because this really absolutely makes me cranky, which I'm sure it would to you guys. But can you check this out? I mean, the gall of it. I didn't realise until I pulled up with the caravan. I mean, that is just insane. Who even thinks about doing that? What I want to know is, where is their doobies? You know, where is it? Where's the mess that they've used that for? Like, that is disgusting. I'll tell you what you do with this kind of stuff. You put a match to it in your fireplace and you get rid of it. You don't leave it there for everybody else to see your poo on your toilet paper. That is disgusting. I mean, you know, if I was a ranger and came down here and saw that, you know, that's when you start thinking about, maybe we should close this wonderful country up here and not let people come here if they're going to do stuff like that. It's just disgusting. But anyway, I'm going to forget about all that. I'm not sure what to do with that. At least I'm not going to be able to look at it, because all my stuff's going to be on that side of my van. Isn't this great? Now what I'm going to do, for safety first, I am on the edge of a cliff. I do trust my brakes. She's not going anywhere, but just to make sure, I'm just going to throw that under there. Give it a bit of a knock. She ain't going anywhere. I've got the Toyota Prado brake system. And look, if I really, the only problem is I can't open the door, but if I really want to get a bit paranoid about it, I'll just pull this brake up. But if I do that, I can't open the door up. So I might do that before I go to bed tonight, just pull the brake up. But isn't this an absolute sensational camping spot? I found this on Wiki Camps, and I had a look at quite a number of them there, and I read some of the reviews, and you take some of them with a grain of salt. But this is the campsite that I was looking for, and unfortunately for us, when we did come over, we were in a bit of a rush to come over, so I never got to see any of this. But I'll tell you what, all my dreams have come true, and this is one big item on the bucket list. I mean, look at that. Would you check that out? Do you know where I'm going to have a beer? I'm going to have a beer right here. What do you reckon? Right on the edge. So anyway, guys, I'm going to go find that beer, get my roof up, get set up, and I might even stay here for a whole day tomorrow and just really get it into me. Thought I had a seal, pry back a piece of meat, but there's a miniature little leak in it. I've got blood just on the bottom of the fridge. Well folks, here's to a magnificent camping place. Cheers. Nothing like setting up, having a beer, before I got to go and sort out the fridge. But I'll tell you what, hopefully tomorrow the skies will be a little bit clear, and we'll get a true colour of what that ocean's like. So cheers everyone. Cheers everyone to the solo series, camping on the Bight, on the Great Australian Bight of South Australia. Isn't this awesome? Can't believe I'm here actually, I'm pinching myself. Well folks, we still got a bit of daylight and it's 5:20. It was dark coming over from WA before South Australia. It was darker this time. We've still got a bit of light. It's a perfect bit of light actually. The sun's just setting over there. Tonight's not going to be too flash for a cook up. I do have some steak and sausage that I'll need to get rid of because one expires today of May, and the other one being tomorrow. So I just don't know what the culprit is. I've got a bit of a leak in my fridge. It looks like it's blood just down the bottom there. So I don't know whether it's the cryovac meat. It doesn't seem to be leaking, so I don't think that is the culprit. I do have some sausages in here and some steak that need to be cooked up. So I think that's going to be the go-to tonight. And I do have some coleslaw as well, so I might just it's pre-made. So I've got a lot of food in my fridge, actually more than I thought I'd need. So I'm trying to eat, and I'm probably getting a bit satisfied with my food, if you know what I mean. So I've been trying not to have breakfast and probably not eat until after lunchtime. So, but I failed miserably because today when I pulled up at Eucla, I had some leftovers from last night's chicken tonight. Then I had some pizza, those little pizza crust, crispy, whatever they're called. Anyway, I had them going in the oven as well, so I ate that today. Now I'm going to have a fairly substantial feed of sausages and steak, and because it's only me, I reckon I'm going to have some of that left over. So you can see what I mean. Don't want to waste it because I bought some food for this leg of the trip because we're out in, away from the shops and all that, which is fine. Love it, absolutely love it. But I still don't want to waste stuff. On the Bight of South Australia, I found it on Wikicamps. Now I'll just tell you where I found it. I'll just explain where we are when it loads. I might actually go on to the other map system I've got, which is Explore Oz, because that'll tell me where we are. Here we go, Wikicamps. So I don't know if you can see that or not, but we are here. That's the air highway there. So I just tapped on that, got some information from it, tagged it in as a favourite. And if you go into there, it tells you all about it. So I read that up and I wanted to be near the Bight, like I am. This is where I want it to be. So it just says sensational cliff top camping. Tick the boxes. Plenty of room. Spend a night or two. One of the last remaining sites without no entry signs. So that ticked all the boxes, and they're probably right on that. So yeah, there we go. That's where I am. Let all that get cooked up, and some bacon. Just here and there to go. Pop that in. Mushroom's pretty thick, but anyway, I might just help out by popping some of this virgin olive oil. Can't go wrong with a bit of that, just over the mushrooms and that, just to help it cook a bit better. And dinner's going to be ready very shortly. Start eating 3 meals a day again, just to get rid of some of this extra food. I've still got a way to go, but obviously you got a time limit on the food, especially your meat and that. So I thought I'll get rid of the chicken last night, which I still got leftovers from. And I think that meat is just about ready, in fact. There we go, just sliced up with some tomato, so that can go in there as well. You can add to the juices. Whoa. Well, we're going to be ready to dish up, so just turn the gas off here. It's tasting sensational. So look at that, bit of tomato, bit of bacon, mushrooms. Ruben, where are you, mate? I think you're down at Israelite Bay somewhere. Anyway, there's plenty of food for you, even for the family, mate. But I've got to get through all this. Man, I'll be here all night eating all that. Tell me in the comments if you think this is not a bad looking meal. I could add a bit of tomato sauce. Well, let me know, folks, in the comments if you think that I'm a bit crazy parking the van in this direction. There are other tyre tracks here. I mean, if you're in the car, you would pull your car up, wouldn't you, and park here and put your swag there. I would anyway. It's still a bit of distance. And I've taken some precautionary action. I've got chocks, so there's one underneath there, very small indeed. When I go to bed tonight, the brakes will go on for the van. And of course there's a chock there. The Prado's handbrake is actually sensational, and it's in park. And there's a little hump here, right there, which is causing me a drama trying to get this thing level. So, you know, I know it's all a bit of banter, but I've just texted a few friends of my awesome setup here. And I've had all sorts of comments about make sure you chock it, make sure your brakes are on, make sure this, make sure that. And look, yeah, I mean, it is a bit risky, I suppose. But, you know, like last night, I parked at Mildura Pass, and same thing. I mean, the van was this way, but you know, things rolled away. It would be a drop off down onto the road. So I never really, didn't really think twice about it. I've seen other vans do this. Those guys there, they're up there too. I mean, if they started rolling, they'd be rolling over the cliff as well. So I don't know. I think I don't know. After a few comments, I was like, oh, am I doing the right thing? But anyway, you'll soon find out, because if this episode doesn't go out, you know I didn't get back. No, all jokes aside, I'm sure I'll be fine. Check the sun out behind us. Oh, I'll just swing the camera around and show you guys. Wow. It's definitely living, isn't it? Look at that. Absolutely sensational. Wowzers, eh? Check it out. is insane. This is just... Would you take a look at that? This is living. If you haven't done the nullarbor, make sure you get your plan started right now. And come down here. Anyone can do it. I'm doing it solo. You may not want to park the caravan like I have, but that's a bit risky for you. But this is definitely it.